You know that moment, right? It's a quiet evening, you're finally sitting down, and then you hear it, that little voice asking for help. How you answer in that one single moment can literally shape your child's confidence for years. So today, we're going to break down the long-term logic of how to help your kid.
It almost always starts with a question just like this. And on the surface, it's simple. But what they're really saying is, hey, I'm stuck, and I trust you enough to admit it. That's a huge moment of vulnerability, and honestly, it's a really big deal.
And that one little question, it puts every parent at a crossroads. There are basically three different paths you can go down. Think of them as three different playbooks for the exact same situation. Let's walk through each one.
So, here's the first common response. And look, on the surface, this sounds pretty helpful, right? You see a problem, a knowledge gap, and you find an expert to fix it. It's super direct, very solution-focused. But what's the message your child is actually hearing?
While we call this the short-term approach, it absolutely fixes the immediate problem. The physics homework will get done for sure. But it accidentally teaches your child that when things get tough, the real solution is to just hand it off to someone else. It solves the problem, but it doesn't build the problem solver.
All right, now for playbook number 2. This one usually comes from a good place, a place of high expectations. You're trying to motivate them. You remember acing physics, and you just think, come on, it's easy. You can do this too.
We can think of this as the middle-term approach. And yeah, it might push your kid to try harder, maybe out of a fear of letting you down. But more often than not, it totally backfires. By calling it easy, you can make your child feel, well, kind of dumb for struggling. It ends up creating a whole lot of pressure, not a partnership.
And then there's this third response. Just notice the language right away. It's not you or I, it's us. It's we. It acknowledges that it's tough, without any judgment, and right away it offers a path forward, together.
And this is the long-term approach. See, this isn't about getting the homework done anymore. It's about building something so much more important. Your child's potential, their ability to bounce back from challenges, and their trust that you're in their corner.
So why do these three responses lead to such wildly different places? Well, because it's never about what the parent says. It's all about what the child hears. So let's decode the hidden message behind each of these playbooks.
When you put it all side by side like this, it becomes crystal clear. That first response, the short-term one, it basically tells your child, when things get hard, we're helpless. The middle-term one says, I'm judging you on how smart you are. But that long-term response, the message is totally different. It says, we are a team and we'll figure this out. The first two build dependence and shame. Only the last one builds real, lasting confidence.
This really gets to the heart of it all, the logic of that tiny little word, we. It's not just a word, it's a whole philosophy for building your child's potential from the inside out.
You see, that amazing long-term approach isn't just one sentence, it's a simple, repeatable three-step process. First, you validate their struggle. Let's do this together. Step 2, you collaborate. I'm sure we can figure it out. And finally, step 3, you offer a safety net. And if we're still stuck, we'll get a tutor. It's the whole package of trust, effort, and support.
What this does is it shifts the entire goal. The objective isn't just to find the answer to problem number 7 anymore. The real goal is to develop the potential of the child, to teach them how to face something hard, how to work with someone, and how to know when it's time to ask for more help. You're not just giving them the fish, you're teaching them how to fish.
So everything comes back to that one simple moment, doesn't it? That one question about physics homework. It suddenly becomes a really big choice. Are you making a short-term transaction, or are you making a long-term investment in who your child is becoming?
So, I'll just leave you with this. The next time you hear that question, can you help me? Remember, you're not just being asked about homework. You're being given a chance to build something. So, what potential will you choose to build?